Roper, codename Wraith. I used to sit at the top of the global assassin leaderboard, a name no other killer dared to challenge. 3 years ago I got sick of the life of blood and blades. I faked an accident and vanished from that dark world for good. I changed my identity and came to this quiet coastal city where nobody knew me. I became a plain, ordinary office worker, 9 to 5 every single day, cramming into the subway, eating cheap takeout lunches, and honestly, I love this life, especially after I met Mia. Mia Morrison is my fiancée, a girl as warm as sunshine. She has no idea about my past. She thinks I'm just an ordinary guy from the countryside, trying to make it in the city. We are deeply in love, and next month we're getting married. Today she drags me through every jewelry store in the city. In the end, at a store called Eternal Heart, she stops in front of a diamond ring. The ring is called Stardust. Tiny diamonds circle a massive center stone, glittering under the lights, like the whole galaxy has been pressed inside. Mia's eyes shine with the same light. She asks me softly, "Adrian, can we get this one?" I glance at the price tag. A long row of zeros makes my heart clench. Damn, $1.3 million. My monthly salary is only $6,000, but I still smile and stroke her hair. "Of course we can, as long as you like it," but she sweetly pulls me out of the store. "It's too expensive, let's look at something else. It's just a ring." Looking at her forced smile, my heart aches like a needle is stabbing it. I swore I would give her the best in the world. I cannot let her feel any regret on the most important day of her life. That night, after Mia falls asleep, I walk out to the balcony and dial a number I've kept buried for 3 years. The phone rings for a long time before someone answers. An old, cautious voice comes through. "Who is this?" "Kay, it's me." The line goes silent for a full 30 seconds. His breathing turns heavy. "Wraith, you're still alive. I need money, a lot of it. Give me a job, the highest paying one." "You sure? You've been out for 3 years. Didn't you swear you'd never come back?" "I need $1.3 million. As fast as possible." My tone leaves no room for argument. Kay sighs. "There's actually a job on the table, bounty of $100 million, $50 million up front. The client demands an S-class assassin only. Nobody dared to touch it, but since you're asking, it's yours." My brows tighten. The bounty is insanely high. That means the target is a hot potato. "Send me the file. Client codename M. The file is encrypted. Sent to your old inbox. Remember, failure is not an option." I hang up and open my dust-covered laptop. I log into that nearly forgotten inbox. One unread email sits quietly at the top. I open the attachment and type in a long, complex password. The moment the file unlocks and a photo pops up, every drop of blood in my body freezes. In the photo, a man is standing at a crosswalk waiting for the light, a gentle smile on his face. I know that face down to the bone, because that man is me. I freeze in front of the screen. A chill shoots from my feet straight to the top of my skull. Someone put a $100 million bounty on my own head. Right then, my phone buzzes. A message from Kay. "Client M is online. She wants to talk to you." An encrypted chat window opens. The avatar is pitch black. The codename is M. Then a cold line of text appears. "Aren't you supposed to be the top-tier assassin? It's just one target. Why is it taking you so long to decide?" I pull a cigarette from my pocket. I light it up. The nicotine numbs me just enough to calm my racing mind. Who is this person? A survivor from a family I wiped out? Or the brother of someone I sent straight to hell? For 3 years I thought my cover was flawless. Who could track me down so precisely, and even knows I'm Wraith? After a long silence I stare at the screen, at my own face. My fingers tap softly on the keyboard. I send one line. "Miss M, how would you like him to die?" The other side goes quiet, as if she never expected that question. After a long pause, she finally replies, "I want him to die on the happiest day of his life. I want him to taste falling from heaven straight into hell. I want him to die at his own wedding." Those 3 words, his own wedding, strike me like a poisoned dagger, driving straight into the softest part of my heart. My breath stops cold. Cigarette ash falls on the back of my hand, burning a red mark, but I feel nothing. She knows I'm getting married. That knowledge terrifies me more than the fact she wants me dead. My mind races through every past enemy, trying to find who could possibly know so much about my current life. I bury the storm inside me and keep typing. "No problem, but $100 million seems too much just to kill him." I'm testing her. The price on a target's head depends on how well he's protected. $100 million on a plain office worker is the biggest red flag of all. Her reply comes fast. "He's worth it, because he is Wraith. That name alone is worth $100 million. My pupils shrink. She doesn't just know who I am now. She knows my deepest secret. And I don't want him to die easily. I want you to crush every hope he has first. Ruin his name. Turn everyone against him. Make him a beaten dog everyone spits on. And finally, when he thinks he has nothing left, give him the killing blow." What a ruthless plan. This isn't a simple revenge kill. This is torture, driven by pure, boiling hatred. "When will the deposit arrive?" "Anytime. To any account you name." "Fine. I'll take the job." I shut the laptop and stand on the balcony, letting the cold night wind slap against my face. My brain is spinning fast. Someone who knows I'm Wraith. Someone who knows I'm getting married. Someone who hates me to the bone. And someone who can move $100 million. That list is very short. 3 years ago, I wiped out my last family. The Ashford Syndicate ruling the Golden Triangle. I was following orders back then. In a single night, I wiped out all 127 members of the Ashford family, along with their entire private army. Could it be a survivor of the Ashfords? But I studied their files. No one fits the profile of Miss M. So who exactly is this? I walk back to the bedroom and look at Mia's sleeping face. A sweet little smile lingers on her lips, as if she's lost in a beautiful dream. A wave of warmth rises in my chest, and so does an unstoppable urge to kill. Whoever you are, you should never ever have set your sights on her. You want to see me abandoned, left with nothing? Then let's play. The next morning I get up just like any other day and make breakfast for Mia. She hugs me from behind, rubbing her cheek against my back. Adrian, you're the best. I turn around and pinch her nose. Go wash up or you'll be late for work. I watch her skip into the bathroom, and the smile on my face vanishes. Ice takes its place. I send Kay a message with an overseas anonymous account attached. In less than a minute, my phone buzzes. $50 million received. The money's here. So now, the game begins. I take the day off from the office. The first thing I need to do is drag Em out of the shadows. If she can track my movements, she must have eyes near me, or some kind of high-tech surveillance device. I go through our tiny apartment inch by inch. The couch cushions, under the bed, inside the lampshades. Any place that could hide a bug or a pinhole camera. I don't skip a single one, but I find nothing. I sit down on the couch, deep in thought. If it's not physical surveillance, then it has to be a network breach. Did she hack my phone? Or Mia's? I make up an excuse that Mia's phone is running slow and offer to clean it up. I check every corner. No Trojans, no backdoors, nothing. I sit still, thinking. This is getting harder and harder. This M is like a real ghost. Invisible, but everywhere. She knows everything about me, and I know nothing about her. I hate this feeling. I'm used to being in control, not being a pawn on someone else's chessboard. That evening, Mia comes home from work all excited. Honey, I walked past Eternal Heart today. The clerk told me someone bought Stardust. Who do you think it was? I'm so jealous. Something stirs inside me. I look at her innocent smile and ask gently, did you really love that ring? She nods hard, then her face falls a little. I did love it, but it doesn't matter. As long as it's from you, even a soda can pull tab would make me happy. I smile and pull a small velvet box out of my pocket. I open it in front of her. Then take a look at this pull tab. Do you like it? When she sees Stardust resting quietly inside the box, Mia's hands fly to her mouth. Tears well up in her eyes. She throws herself into my arms, her voice trembling. Adrian, where did you get this much money? I stroke her long hair and say softly, I won the lottery, just enough to buy it. It's a terrible excuse, but I have no other choice. Mia doesn't doubt me. She's just drowning in joy, crying and laughing in my arms. I slide the ring onto her finger. Under the light, her finger and the ring look impossibly beautiful. And at that exact moment, my phone buzzes again. A message from M, just one photo. In it, I'm bending down, sliding the ring onto Mia's finger. A warm, perfect moment. But the angle is from outside our living room window. A cold shiver crawls up my spine and floods my whole body. My body freezes. Outside the window, on the 17th floor, that means either she's using a professional long-range telephoto lens, watching me from the rooftop across the street, or she's using a drone. Either way, her equipment is top of the line and every move I make is being tracked. M's second message comes right after. The ring is beautiful. Too bad the hand wearing it will soon turn cold. The naked threat slithers into my eyes like a venomous snake. My arms tighten around Mia without me meaning to. She notices something is wrong. She looks up, worried. Adrian, are you okay? You don't look well. I quickly loosen my grip and force a smile. It's nothing, just too happy. Seeing you like this, everything I've done is worth it. My mind is racing. Stay calm. I have to stay calm. The worse things get, the more I can't lose control. She wants me angry, wants me to slip up and show a weakness. I force myself to settle down and type back. Miss M, you seem awfully interested in the target's personal life. That's not a healthy habit. It could affect my judgment. I'm just reminding you not to forget the job. And don't develop feelings for the target. After all, you're the one who has to destroy him. Looking at those words, I actually laugh. She really thinks she has me cornered. My fingers fly across the screen. Relax. A professional never gets emotional. Money's in, job's done. That night, I barely sleep. I sit in the dark of the living room, still as a statue, eyes locked on the window. I'm waiting for whatever's watching me to show itself again. But the whole night passes in complete silence. She has patience too. One strike, then back into the shadows. By dawn, I have a plan. If I can't find you, I'll force you out. You want me ruined and disgraced? Abandoned by everyone? Fine. Let's start with ruined and disgraced. I call the office and tell them I'm sick. I need extended leave. Then I pay off a street thug to spread rumors at my company saying I got fired for embezzling funds and I'm now wanted by the police. At the same time, I throw on old, worn-out clothes and start haunting the sleaziest bars and gambling dens in town. I let myself look completely wrecked. Getting drunk every night, gambling away every dollar in my pocket, then getting tossed out of the casino like a piece of garbage. It's all a performance for M. I know she's watching from some hidden corner, enjoying the show. Sure enough, in less than 3 days, M sends a message. Good. I love the way he looks now. Keep going. I want to see him even more pathetic. Attached to the message is a photo of me getting kicked out of a casino. In the picture, my face is covered in dirt, and there's blood at the corner of my mouth. I let out a cold laugh and delete the photo. The fish is taking the bait, and now, I need to cast the next actor in my abandoned by everyone drama. That actor is Mia's father. My future father-in-law, Gordon Morrison. Gordon is one of the most shallow, status-obsessed men I've ever met. When Mia first brought me home, the moment he heard I was an outsider with no house and no car, his face dropped. If Mia hadn't threatened to hurt herself, he never would have agreed to us being together. Even then, every time we meet, he treats me with pure contempt. Nothing I say is right, always looking down on me from above. He's the perfect pawn for my plan. That day, I deliberately lose everything at the tables, ending up owing the casino $30,000. A few tattooed thugs corner me in an alley and beat the hell out of me. I don't fight back. I just protect the vital spots and let their fists and boots land on me. Only when my face is completely swollen and bloody do they finally stop snarling their warning. Pay up by tomorrow, or we take your leg. I drag myself, broken and bruised, back to the apartment. The moment Mia sees me, her face goes pale. She bursts into tears asking what happened. I feed her the story I've prepared. I got fired from the company, went gambling to cope, lost all my savings, and now I owe loan sharks. Mia's face goes white. She hugs me, sobbing. It's okay, Adrian, it's really okay. We can earn the money back. We can find another job. Please don't give up on yourself. I look into her tear-filled eyes and my heart stabs with pain. Then I shove her aside and start tearing through the apartment like a madman. Money! Where's the money? I need money! Finally, my eyes land on Stardust, still on her finger. I lunge at her like a starving wolf, grabbing her hand, trying to yank the ring off. Mia screams in terror. Adrian, what are you doing? My eyes are bloodshot, my voice hoarse. Give it to me! I'll pawn it, it'll get some cash! No, you gave it to me, I won't give it up. You don't have a choice. I yank harder and the ring scrapes across her skin, leaving a bloody line. Just as I'm about to rip the ring off, the door bursts open with a kick. Gordon storms in with several relatives. The moment he sees the scene, he starts shaking with rage. He jabs his finger at me and screams, "You animal! You piece of trash! I always knew you were nothing but garbage!" Behind him, an invisible lens is faithfully recording every second of this. I know M is watching this show with delight. Gordon charges forward and slaps me hard across the face. The crack echoes through the room. My cheek burns, but I don't move. Not even a flicker in my eyes. I just stare at him coldly. Gordon is fuming, jabbing his finger at me. "You worthless bum, you broke loser! I should never have let Mia be with you. You ate our food, lived off our money, and now you dare grab my daughter's things? Are you even human?" Mia rushes forward, sobbing, and puts herself in front of me. "Dad, stop! It's not Adrian's fault. It's mine." Gordon shoves Mia aside, and a young, strong relative immediately grabs her and holds her back. Behind Gordon, a middle-aged woman dressed to the nines. Mia's aunt, Vivian, stares at me with pure disgust. She sneers. "Mia, you're still defending this bastard? Look at him. He's brought shame on our entire family." Another middle-aged man chimes in. "That's right. We told her he was no good, but Mia, you wouldn't listen. Now look. Lost his job, hooked on gambling. She should have dumped him a long time ago." I stare at their ugly, self-righteous faces. My heart goes ice cold. "Keep acting. Go on. The uglier your words now, the more delicious your faces will be later." Gordon points at the door and roars. "Adrian, listen to me. Right now, this second, get the hell out of this house. From today on, you will never see Mia again. The wedding is off." Mia cries out, her voice breaking. "Dad, I'm begging you, please don't make Adrian leave." I slowly rise to my feet, wipe the blood from the corner of my mouth, and let a strange smile cross my face. "Gordon, are you sure you want me to leave?" My voice is low, but sharp as an icicle. The temperature in the room drops several degrees. Something in my eyes makes Gordon's chest jump, but he quickly burns with humiliated rage. "You little brat! You dare call me by my name? How dare you! Get out, or I'm calling the police!" I nod and slowly scan every face in the room. Every smug, gloating expression I burn into my memory. I hope none of you regret this. Then, without looking back, I walk out of the home I've lived in for 2 years. Behind me, I hear Mia's desperate sobs and Gordon's triumphant shouting, "Get out, and don't ever come back." I walk down the street. The night wind dries the blood on my face. My phone buzzes in my pocket. It's M. "Beautiful performance. Seeing you thrown out like a dog makes me very happy. Next step, I want you dead. Tomorrow at noon. Abandoned building on the west side. Come alone. I'll tell you how to kill yourself." I reply with a single word. "Fine." The next day, I don't contact anyone. I go to the beach and watch the sunrise. 3 years of a peaceful life, like a dream. Now the dream is over. Wraith is back. 11:30 in the morning, I take a taxi to the abandoned building on the west side. The place is completely deserted, nothing but half-finished concrete frames and overgrown weeds everywhere. I walk into the tallest building and climb the stairs, one step at a time, up to the rooftop. The rooftop is empty. Only a single laptop sits in the middle. I walk over and open it. The screen lights up. An encrypted chat window pops open on its own. "Jump now," I laugh. "So this is your $100 million deal? Make me jump off a building? You have no choice. Did you really think you could walk out of here alive today? I've set a trap all around this building with no way out. One word from me, and you'll be riddled with bullets." I scan my surroundings. My gaze lingers on a few unremarkable corners for just a moment. 5 sniper positions, 3 assault teams. Looks like you really went all in. My tone is as flat as if I'm commenting on the weather. On the other end, M is clearly stunned. She never expected I could pinpoint her setup so precisely. "How do you know?" I let out a cold laugh. "In your eyes, I'm the target, but in my eyes, you are the prey." The moment I finish speaking, muffled gunshots ring out in the distance, followed by sharp, agonized screams. "What did you do?" "Nothing much, just called a few friends to help take out your trash. Before coming, I contacted Kay and had him deploy the organization's top cleanup crew. Against these amateur shooters, it's like using a sledgehammer to crack a nut." M's tone turns hysterical. "You think this is over? Wraith, you are so naive. My real trump card isn't even here." I walk to the edge of the rooftop, staring down at the drop below. "Really? My lovely fiancée, Mia?" The chat window goes dead silent. The smile at the corner of my mouth grows wider. From the moment you told me to kill myself at my own wedding, I started suspecting you. In this entire world, someone who knows I'm getting married and hates me to the bone, a woman other than you. I can't think of anyone else. How could you possibly know? Are you curious? I was supposed to be a puppet in your hands. Why did I suddenly strike back? I pause. I say each word slowly. Because from the very beginning, I never trusted you. Mia. The moment I type her name, I can clearly feel M's breathing on the other end of the line completely lose rhythm. She stays silent for a long time. So long I almost think she's gone offline. Then a line of text slowly appears. How did you find out? I let out a soft laugh. Was it hard? A girl from a normal family working at a normal company with no background at all. How could she pull out $50 million in advance? And how did she know the code name Wraith? Your disguise was excellent. Absolutely flawless. For 3 years you were gentle and thoughtful, kind, perfect like an angel. But the more perfect you were, the bigger the flaw. Nobody in this world is truly perfect. You hate me. Enough to want me ruined, abandoned by everyone, and dying in agony. That kind of hatred doesn't grow in a day or two. So I dug into the files on the Ashford family, the one I wiped out 3 years ago, and I found a very interesting detail. Old Mr. Ashford's most beloved granddaughter was named Mia Ashford. 3 years ago she happened to be studying abroad escaping the massacre. Mia Ashford. Mia Morrison. You just changed your last name, didn't you? The other end goes dead silent again. I know I got it right. Every doubt I had is finally answered in this single moment. So all of this, from the moment we first met 3 years ago, had already been set in motion. A 3-year revenge disguised as love. Finally, she stops pretending. Every word she types is soaked in bloody hatred. Adrian, you deserve to die. You destroyed my family. You killed my grandfather, my parents, every single one of my relatives. 127 people. You butcher. You monster. Every night I dream of them. I see them covered in blood, asking me why I haven't avenged them. I hate you. I want to tear you apart piece by piece. I stare at those hysterical words on the screen, and yet my heart is strangely calm. No anger. No sadness. Not even a ripple. Maybe from the moment I first suspected her, my heart had already died. I ask one final question. So these 3 years of love, they were all fake? She reacts as if she just heard the funniest joke in the world. Ha ha ha. Adrian, you are so naive. You think I could ever love the man who killed my father? Every second I spent with you, I felt sick. Every time you touched me, I wanted to throw up. I was acting every single day, playing a foolish woman drowning in love for you. Watching you, the butcher, treat me with such tenderness. Watching you cook for me with your own hands. It was the most sickening joke in the world. I wanted you to fall for me. I wanted you to believe you had found redemption, that you had found a home. And then I would shatter it all with my own hands, so you could taste the pain I felt back then. I close my eyes and take a deep breath. So that's how it was. The redemption I thought I'd found was nothing but a hell she had carefully built for me. When I open my eyes again, there's nothing left in them but endless cold. Mia Ashford, the game is over. No, it's not. You think you've won? You think taking out a few snipers means you're safe? Let me tell you, the real show is just beginning. Didn't you want to marry me? Didn't you want to give me a home? I'll give you that chance now. Tomorrow, our original wedding day, I'll be waiting for you in the cathedral, wearing my wedding dress. But the guests at our wedding won't be guests. They'll be the top assassins from every corner of the world, all here for you. I'll turn your wedding into your funeral. I'll show the whole world how the legendary Wraith died at the hands of the woman he loved. Adrian, do you dare to come? I look at her challenge on the screen and laugh. Laugh so hard my chest shakes. Then I softly type a few words. Tomorrow, I'll be there. Not only will I come, but I'll bring you a wedding gift you could never imagine. I cut off the connection and stand on the rooftop for a long time, letting the wind blow. The sea breeze passes through the abandoned steel and concrete, making a low, moaning sound, like the wailing of lost souls. My heart is like this dead building, ruined and empty, never to see sunlight again. Mia Ashford. Mia. I chew on that name over and over, until my tongue tastes like bitter rust. 3 years of shared everything, of loving through thick and thin, was just a carefully planned scam. The love I believed in was her blade of revenge. The heart I gave her was, in her eyes, the most ridiculous performance. Fine, very well. If you want to play, I'll play with you until the end. I take out my phone and call Kay. Help me trace the Ashford Syndicate's overseas assets from back then, and every money trail Mia Ashford has left over the past 3 years. Also, send me the files on the top 10 of the Global Assassin Leaderboard. Everything, in detail. Their habits, weaknesses, recent activity. Kay doesn't ask why. He just responds in a low voice. You'll have it in 30 minutes. 30 minutes later, 2 encrypted files arrive in my inbox. The first is the Ashford Syndicate's asset report. When the Ashfords fell, most of their assets were frozen or divided up. But there was still one secret fund, $1 billion, funneled through a maze of trusts and offshore companies, all transferred into Mia Ashford's name. That's how she could afford the $100 million bounty. The second file is the top 10 Global Assassin Leaderboard. Phantom, Bloodhound, Black Widow, code names both familiar and strange. Every one of them expensive, every one of them ruthless. Mia Ashford, just to kill me you really spared no cost. I look at the list, a cold curve tugging at the corner of my mouth. I used to be one of them. In fact, I was the one at the very top. And now, these old colleagues have come to take my life. Nothing could be more ironic. I spend the entire afternoon studying every single file on all 10 of them, line by line. Then, using anonymous accounts, I send 9 of them each an email. The message is simple. Job cancelled. New target Mia Ashford. Bounty doubled. As for the last one, Phantom, rank number 1, I sent him a different message. An old friend, Wraith, is waiting for you at the cathedral on the east side. Come catch up. The next day I get up early. I shave, comb my hair, and stand in front of the mirror, adjusting my tie again and again. The man in the mirror has calm eyes, but they're bottomless. On that familiar face, there is no trace left of Adrian's warmth, only the coldness and finality of Wraith. 10 in the morning, I arrive at the cathedral on the east side, right on time. Under the massive stained glass windows, the cathedral is empty, just rows and rows of empty chairs. I walk down the long red carpet, one step at a time. At the end of the carpet, Mia Ashford stands in a pure white wedding dress, her back to me. Hearing my footsteps, she slowly turns around. Her makeup is exquisite. She's as beautiful as a porcelain doll, but in her eyes, there's no warmth left. Only hatred carved into her bones and a complicated flicker of satisfaction. You actually dared to come. I said I would. I walk right up to her and meet her eyes. We're standing very close, close enough for me to catch the soft scent of her perfume, the one I gave her on our very first date. Adrian, do you know? I've been waiting for this day for 3 years. Every day I thought about how to kill you, but killing you directly, that would be too easy on you. I wanted you to fall in love with me, to let your guard down completely, and then, at the moment you were happiest and most triumphant, deliver the killing blow. Today is the day you die. She starts to laugh, a slightly manic laugh. Look around you. She spreads her arms as if presenting her masterpiece. Hidden in this cathedral are 10 of the top assassins in the entire world. Every single one of them wants your head to claim that sky-high bounty. There's no way out for you today. I listen quietly, no expression on my face. When she finishes, I finally speak. Done? Then it's time to see the wedding gift I brought you. The words are barely out when the heavy cathedral doors swing open from outside. Sunlight pours in, revealing the figure standing at the entrance. It's a man in a trench coat and dark sunglasses. The air around him is like a drawn blade, sharp and dangerous. The moment Mia Ashford sees him, her pupils shrink. Phantom, why are you here? Phantom ignores her. He walks straight up to me and removes his sunglasses, revealing a pair of sharp hawk-like eyes. He bows slightly to me. Long time no see, my king. Every drop of color drains from Mia Ashford's face. She stares at me and Phantom in disbelief, her body trembling from shock. Phantom, are you insane? Do you have any idea what you're saying? He's just Wraith, just an assassin. Phantom turns his head and looks at her like he's staring at an idiot. His tone drips with disdain. Ignorant woman, you thought Wraith was just a code name? In our world, the name Wraith belongs to the one and only king. Every assassin has either owed him a debt or feared his power. He is the one who makes the rules. And you dared to put a bounty on our king? Mia Ashford staggers back a step, catching her foot on her own wedding dress, nearly falling. She stares at me like she's meeting me for the very first time. No, this is impossible. This can't be. I look at her broken, hollow expression, and I feel no pity at all. Mia Ashford, you thought you knew me. The truth is, you know nothing. You thought you had set a trap with no way out. The truth is, it was nothing but a joke to me. The moment I finish speaking, the stained glass window on the second floor of the cathedral shatters with a crash. A dark figure falls from above and slams into the floor, blood pouring from his mouth, clearly not going to survive. Then 1, 2, 3, one after another, agile assassins are dragged out from every corner of the cathedral, thrown to the center of the room like garbage. Some have broken arms, some have broken legs, every one of them a wrecked mess. These are the assassins Mia Ashford paid a fortune for. The other 9 top assassins, aside from Phantom, and the ones who took them down are their former colleagues, Bloodhound, Black Widow, names that make people tremble on the black market. But right now they kneel before me on one knee like the most loyal guards. The cathedral falls into dead silence. Mia Ashford collapses onto the floor. Her pure white wedding dress is now stained with dust. Her makeup is smeared with tears. Her eyes are hollow. She mumbles to herself, How? How could this happen? How could this be? Her carefully crafted killing plan falls apart before me in seconds. Her revenge, the one she took such pride in, was a joke from start to finish. I walk over to her, look down at her, and pull a document from my coat, tossing it at her feet. Now, it's my turn. This is the first gift I have for you. Mia Ashford picks up the document with trembling hands. The moment she reads the title, her pupils blow wide, and the last bit of color drains from her face. It's an asset freeze order. The $1 billion secret fund that was transferred out of the Ashford Syndicate into her name on suspicion of illegal money laundering has been fully frozen by the International Financial Crimes Division. And the person who reported it was me. Mia Ashford stares at the paper in her hands and lets out a piercing scream. No, this can't be! My money! My money! Don't rush, there's a second gift. I snap my fingers. The cathedral doors open once more. This time a group of uniformed police officers walks in. Leading them is a stern-faced, middle-aged officer, Detective Harris. Miss Mia Ashford, you are suspected of contract killing and illegal fundraising. You are formally under arrest. Anything you say can and will be used as evidence in court. With a cold click, the handcuffs close around her pale white wrists. Mia Ashford completely breaks. She thrashes like a madwoman, screaming and cursing. Adrian, you devil! You will die a horrible death. Even as a ghost, I will hunt you down. I watch as the police drag her away. I watch her beautiful wedding dress drag a filthy line across the floor. Not a flicker of emotion crosses my eyes. Phantom asks quietly, My king, how do you want her handled? I say flatly, the law will give her the fairest judgment. Killing her would be too easy. I want her alive. I want her to live with endless regret and despair, rotting in prison for the rest of her life. I want her to live every day in the agony of a failed revenge, never finding release. That is my cruelest revenge on her. The police take Mia Ashford away, along with the half-dead assassins. Only I and my people remain in the cathedral. After Phantom and the others finish cleaning up, they return to me. My king, what are your next orders? I look at the empty cathedral, at the red carpet I never got to finish walking down. My heart is completely hollow. 3 years of a dream, shattered. The ordinary man called Adrian is dead. From now on, I am once again the solitary wraith. I wave my hand. You can all go. Phantom hesitates. My king. I say nothing more and turn to walk out of the cathedral. The sunlight is too bright. I squint instinctively. Where do I go now? There's no place for me left in this city. The place I once thought of as home I can never go back to. I wander the streets aimlessly, like a soulless ghost. Then my phone rings. It's Gordon calling. I swipe to answer but I don't say a word. Mr. Adrian. No, Master Adrian, it's me. Gordon Morrison. I stay silent, just staring at the phone. Master Adrian, it was all a misunderstanding. I had no idea you were such an important person. I was blind. I failed to see who you really are. I'm not even human. I'm begging you. Please be merciful. Please forgive me. I laugh. The laugh is dripping with mockery. Gordon, have you forgotten how you chased me out of your house like a dog just 2 days ago? Have you forgotten how you pointed at my face and called me worthless, called me an animal? I hang up the phone and send Kay a message. Gordon Morrison. Morrison Construction Materials. Bankrupt him. In less than 10 minutes my phone gets the reply. Done. After dealing with Gordon, I don't feel any satisfaction at all. The hollow in my chest only grows bigger. I go back to the small rented apartment where Mia and I lived for 3 years. Her traces are still everywhere. The makeup on the vanity, her dresses in the closet, the matching couple mugs we bought together. Every single item is like a needle stabbing into my heart. I sit on the couch, from day into night, replaying every little moment of the past 3 years. The way she cooked for me, the way she curled up in my arms to watch movies, the way she secretly prepared surprises for my birthday. Those warm memories have all become the sharpest of blades, slicing my heart apart, cut by cut. I stand up and walk into the bedroom. I pull open the drawer of the nightstand. In the corner sits a tiny velvet box. Inside is the silver ring I bought her with my very first paycheck. It wasn't worth much, but it was everything I had. When she got it, she cried like a child, saying it was the best gift she had ever received. I pick up the box, walk to the balcony, and without hesitation, throw it down. Let it all end here. I book a plane ticket. I want to leave this place forever. But just then an unknown number calls. I almost hang up. But somehow I answer anyway. On the other end is a woman's voice, choked with tears but unfamiliar. Is this Adrian? I'm Lily, Mia's classmate from college. Before everything happened, Mia left a letter with me, told me to make sure it reached you personally. She said, if you're still willing to see her, go to the place where the two of you first met, and wait for her there. The place where we first met? My brow tightens. An image flashes through my mind. 3 years ago when I had just arrived in this city, on a rainy evening, I walked into a bookstore called Warm Light. I was soaked to the bone, a complete mess. It was Mia who handed me a warm cup of tea and a clean towel. The way she smiled was like the sun breaking through after the rain. In an instant, she lit up my gray world. It was the first time I ever felt warmth. Mr. Adrian, are you still there? Lily's voice pulls me out of the memory. I understand. I hang up the phone and stand there for a long time. To go or not to go? Logic tells me this could be another trap set by Mia Ashford. She's already been arrested, but who's to say she doesn't have another play in motion? And yet, deep inside me, a voice keeps screaming, go. In the end, I decide to go and see her, because I want to know what the letter says. I want to know what she still wants to tell me, at the end of this enormous lie. That night, I return to the Warm Light bookstore. The store looks exactly the same. Warm lighting, the air filled with the scent of books and coffee. I take a seat by the window and order the same hot tea I had 3 years ago. I wait for a long time. Long enough that I start to think I've been played again. Just as I'm about to leave, a woman in a prison uniform walks in, escorted by 2 prison guards. It's Mia Ashford. She's stripped of all her makeup. Her face is pale, her eyes dim. She sits down across from me. The guards stand a short distance away, watching us carefully. Neither of us says a word. The air is heavy and awkward. You came? Give me the letter. She pulls a slightly crumpled envelope from her pocket and hands it to me. I take it, but I don't open it right away. Adrian, I know it's too late to say any of this. I just want to tell you some things were real. I love you. When she says those 3 words, her eyes are so sincere, it shakes something loose inside me. The first time I saw you in this bookstore, you were soaked through, but your eyes carried a loneliness and a brokenness that didn't belong to this world. In that moment, I admit my heart moved. In the beginning, I got close to you for revenge. I wanted you to fall in love with me so I could destroy you afterward, but I failed. Tears begin to fall, one after another, onto the table. These 3 years you were too good to me. Good enough to make me forget the hatred. Good enough that all I wanted was to spend my life with you. Countless times I thought about giving up the revenge, just living out an ordinary life with you. But I couldn't forget my family. I couldn't forget the blood debt of over 100 Ashfords. Every single day I was tearing myself apart between love and hatred. I was losing my mind. So I came up with that insane plan. I thought if you were dead, it would all be over. I could finally be free. She collapses onto the table, sobbing uncontrollably. I listen in silence. My knuckles turn white from how tightly I'm gripping the envelope. She lifts her head, looking at me through her tears. Adrian, this letter, I wrote it before I decided to die together with you. Back then I thought if I died, I at least wanted you to know how I truly felt. Giving it to you now, at least I can consider one last wish fulfilled. Visitation time is up. The guard walks over to take her away. She stands up and looks at me deeply. Her eyes are filled with despair and reluctance. Adrian, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, and please forget me. She's taken away, disappearing through the door of the bookstore. I sit there alone, clutching the burning letter in my hand, like I'm holding a red-hot iron. I don't open the letter right away. I tuck it against my chest and leave the bookstore. Outside, the city lights are coming on, traffic flowing everywhere. But I feel completely out of place in all this life. I go back to the empty apartment. This may be my last night here. I sit on the couch and pull out the letter. My hands are shaking a little. I take a deep breath and tear open the envelope. Inside is a single thin sheet of paper with handwriting that is delicate and painfully familiar. Adrian, by the time you read this letter, I may no longer be in this world. Please forgive my selfishness and my cruelty. For 3 years I lived trapped between love and hatred. Every single day was torment. My love for you was real. My hatred for you was real. Those two feelings were like vipers, coiling around my heart and gnawing at it day and night. I imagined our future countless times, a future without hatred, with only us. We would have our own home. We would have a beautiful child. We would grow old together, slowly, but I couldn't. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw my family dying in blood. I couldn't forget. I wasn't allowed to forget. So I chose this final, brutal path, using your death to honor my family, using my own death to end this hopeless love. I know I'm selfish. I destroyed every hope you had for the future. I destroyed everything we ever had. If there is a next life, I hope we meet again on an ordinary day. You won't be Wraith. I won't be Mia Ashford. We'll be like every other ordinary couple in the world, loving each other and staying together for a lifetime. Adrian, I love you. I lied about this for 3 years, but this time it's true. Forget me. Live well. The letter slips from my fingers. My eyes burn so hot it frightens me. So she loved me. So she had struggled too and suffered too. The perfect deception I thought it was had been her own purgatory. I cover my face. My shoulders begin to shake beyond my control. Every emotion I've buried for so long breaks loose in this single moment. Like a child in this apartment filled with our memories, I cry out loud. That night, I cry every tear I have left. When dawn comes, I stand up and light the letter with a lighter. The flames dance, turning her words and the past carved into my bones, into ashes. I pack a simple bag, taking nothing from this apartment with me. I delete every contact from my phone and wipe every social media account. I book the earliest flight overseas to somewhere no one can find me. Before leaving, I take one last look at the city. Goodbye, Mia. Goodbye, Adrian. The plane cuts through the clouds, leaving the city far behind. The destination I choose is a remote island in the South Pacific. With some of my money, I buy a small wooden cabin by the sea and settle into a life of rising with the sun and sleeping with the dark. I never touch anything from my past again. Every day I just fish, bask in the sun, and read. The days pass one after another, but my heart is like a pool of stagnant water. No ripples ever form on its surface again. I thought my life would end this way, drifting quietly toward the end in silence and solitude, until the day Kay's phone call shatters the quiet again. His voice is heavier than I have ever heard it. Wraith, something happened. Mia Ashford is gone. She took her own life in prison. My mind goes blank, like a switch was flipped. How? She swallowed a pill hidden in her tooth. Very professional. By the time the guards found her, it was already too late. And she wrote 3 words on the wall, in blood. I think you already know what she wrote. I grip the phone, unable to speak for a long time. The sunlight in front of me suddenly turns unbearably harsh. Even the sound of the waves becomes noisy and unbearable. There's one more thing. Kay's voice pulls me back. Our people uncovered something. Before she died, Mia Ashford met with someone. Who? The second in command of the Ashford Syndicate. Her own uncle, Victor Ashford. In my memory, this man should have died 3 years ago in the Purge. I killed him with my own hands. Wasn't he already dead? He faked his own death. He used a body double to fool everyone, and went into hiding under a false identity. For the past 3 years, he's been quietly rebuilding his power, gathering the remnants of the Ashford family, and he was very likely the mastermind behind all of Mia Ashford's revenge plan. My pupils shrink into the sharpest, most dangerous needles. An unstoppable rage erupts from inside my chest, almost burning away every last piece of my reason. I slowly rise to my feet, looking out to where the sea meets the sky. My eyes turn cold as Siberian ice. Where is he now? Thailand. He's one of the biggest arms dealers there now. Send me everything you have on him. I want him dead. He is going to join Mia in the grave. 3 days later, I'm on the streets of Bangkok. The tropical sun and thick humid air melt none of the cold inside me. I am no longer the Adrian who wanted to retire to a quiet life. I have become Wraith again, cold and merciless. My target is one man, Victor Ashford. According to Kay's files, Victor Ashford's power base is concentrated in an estate in northern Bangkok. That estate isn't so much a home as it is a military fortress. Guards every few steps, sentries every few more, fully armed mercenaries and high-definition cameras everywhere. The outer perimeter even has landmines buried in the ground. A frontal assault would be suicide. I don't rush. Instead, I check into a small hotel near the estate and watch, patient as a leopard studying its prey. I spend 2 full days mapping every patrol route in the estate, shift change times, surveillance blind spots, and Victor Ashford's own daily routine. He's extremely cautious. He rarely leaves home. 8 personal bodyguards are with him at all times, every one of them retired Special Forces elite. Finding an opening near him is nearly impossible. On the third night, the opportunity comes. Victor Ashford is heading into the city for an underground auction. This is my perfect chance. That night, I put on a waiter's uniform and slip into the hotel where the auction is being held. The auction floor is packed, with a mixed crowd, people from every walk of life. I weave through the crowd, my eyes locked on the man seated in the front row, in the very important person section, Victor Ashford. He looks much older than he did 3 years ago, but his eyes are as dark and ruthless as ever. Carrying a drink tray, I move toward him, step by step. 10 meters, 5, 3. One of his bodyguards glances at me, alert. I lower my head and act perfectly deferential. In the exact moment I brush past him, my wrist flicks. A tracking device smaller than a grain of rice attaches silently to the hem of his suit jacket. With that done, I walk away as if nothing happened and vanish into the crowd. After the auction ends, Victor Ashford's motorcade rolls out of the hotel in full force. I ride a motorcycle I prepared in advance and follow at a distance. The motorcade doesn't head back to the estate. It drives toward an abandoned dock on the outskirts. Something clicks in my mind. Looks like there's another act tonight. I park the bike far away and creep closer. At the dock, Victor Ashford is talking with several foreigners, clearly conducting some kind of deal. Dozens of mercenaries stand guard around them, weapons ready, sealing off the entire dock. I crouch in the shadow of a shipping container, like a ghost, waiting for my moment. The deal finishes quickly. The foreigners walk away with their cases. A satisfied smile spreads across Victor Ashford's face. He's about to get into his car. Now, I pull my silenced pistol from my belt and pull the trigger, once, twice, aiming at the floodlights on the dock. A few muffled pops, and the entire dock is plunged into darkness. Assassin, protect the boss! Chaos explodes in an instant. Mercenaries shout in panic, firing blindly into the dark. Victor Ashford's bodyguards immediately close in around him, trying to pull him back to the car, and I, using the chaos as cover, move through them like a bolt of black lightning, cutting straight toward Victor Ashford. I move between the containers like a phantom. Every flicker of movement is followed by the dull thud of a body hitting the ground. Those well-trained mercenaries are as fragile as paper in front of me. Their bullets can't even catch my shadow. There! Open fire! Finally someone spots me. A wall of gunfire sweeps toward me. I roll and duck behind a pile of discarded tires. Bullets punch into the tires with soft, muffled thuds. I don't stay to fight. I have only one target. I peek out from behind the tires, eyes locking precisely onto Victor Ashford, still surrounded by his guards, about to climb into the car. His face is twisted with fear. He's screaming something at the top of his lungs. I raise my gun and fire at the bodyguard beside him. The bodyguard drops. Victor Ashford lets out a terrified scream and scrambles into the car in a mess of panic. The remaining guards lose their composure, firing wildly in my direction, trying to pin me down with suppressive fire. Using the muzzle flashes as cover, I shift positions again, sliding around to their flank like a phantom. A few more shots ring out. A few more guards drop. In a heartbeat, Victor Ashford has only 2 guards left. They press their backs against the car door, shielding him behind them. Their faces full of despair. Victor Ashford hides behind the car, roaring with fake bravado. Come out here. Whoever sent you, I'll pay you double. No, 10 times the price, just let me live. I step slowly out of the shadows. The moment Victor Ashford sees my face clearly, his pupils blow wide open, his expression more horrified than if he had seen a ghost. It's you, Wraith! Adrian Roper! Aren't you supposed to be dead? I walk toward him, one step at a time. My voice is as cold as the deepest hell. You used Mia to try to kill me. Did you ever think this day would come? Victor Ashford's face turns hideous. That stupid woman, useless at getting anything done, but plenty good at ruining it. I should have killed her a long time ago. The moment those words leave his mouth, the last trace of pity in me disappears. I raise my gun and aim right between his eyes. You deserve to die. No, don't kill me. Victor Ashford completely breaks. He drops to his knees, tears and snot running down his face. Master Adrian, I was wrong. It was all my fault. I shouldn't have used Mia. Please, for Mia's sake, spare me. She was the woman you loved most. I laugh. It's a deeply chilling laugh. You're right, she was the woman I loved most. So I'm going to send you down there to apologize to her in person. I pull the trigger without a moment's hesitation. A single sharp shot. A bloody hole opens between Victor Ashford's brows. The expression on his face freezes in absolute terror and disbelief. He falls straight backward. The last 2 guards stare at their boss's body. All their fight gone. They drop their weapons and fall to their knees, begging for mercy. I don't spare them another glance. I turn and walk back into the darkness. With Victor Ashford dealt with, I don't stay in Thailand any longer. I leave as silently as I came. I don't go back to the little island in the South Pacific. That place carries too much sorrow, things I want to forget but can't. I begin to wander the world. I go to the Sahara, where I see endless desert and skies full of stars. I go to Iceland, where I see brilliant auroras and glaciers that have lived for 10,000 years. I pass through many places, see many landscapes. But my heart is still a wasteland. I have truly become Wraith, a ghost with no past and no future. Kay reaches out to me from time to time, asking where I am, how I am doing. I never tell him where I am. I just reply with 2 words, still alive. A year later, I drift to Paris. On a rainy afternoon, I sit at an outdoor cafe by the Seine, watching people pass by. Then a familiar figure comes into view. Gordon Morrison. He's aged more than 20 years since the last time I saw him. His hair is completely white. His back is hunched. He's wearing a cheap janitor's uniform, sweeping fallen leaves off the ground. The Gordon Morrison who once thought himself above everyone, who loved money more than life, has fallen this far. I watch him quietly. He works hard, sweeping every single leaf into a trash bag. A gust of wind blows through, sending a few leaves back out of the bag. He sighs, shuffles over, bends down, and picks them up one by one. I watch him, feeling nothing at all. Just as I'm about to look away, a young girl runs over with an umbrella to his side. She hands him a thermal lunchbox and pulls out a small towel, carefully wiping the rain from his forehead. Gordon Morrison looks at her, and a gentle smile spreads across his wrinkled face. It's a smile I have never seen on him before, a smile from the heart. The girl chatters at him in French, seemingly scolding him for still working out in the rain instead of resting. He doesn't understand a word, but he keeps smiling and nodding. I watch this scene, and suddenly, my head feels far away. If Mia hadn't died, if none of that hatred had ever existed, years from now, would we have been like this too? Leaning on each other on some foreign street, growing old together slowly. I pull my eyes away, finish the last sip of my coffee and stand up. Before I've taken more than a few steps, an old trembling voice calls out behind me. Adrian, is that you? My steps freeze, my body locks up, I don't turn around. I hear the sound of rushed, unsteady footsteps behind me. Gordon Morrison catches up and blocks my path, out of breath. His cloudy eyes are locked on me, filled with excitement, fear, and something else, tangled and hard to name. Adrian, it really is you. I look at him coldly. You have the wrong person. No, I could never mistake you. He grabs my arm, his hands trembling from the force. Even if you were reduced to ashes, I would still know you. I frown and try to shake him off. Master Adrian, I beg you, please hear me out. He drops to his knees in front of me. People passing by turn to stare. What are you doing? Get up. If you don't listen to me, I won't stand up. Tears stream down his face. He wraps his arms around my leg and refuses to let go. I take a deep breath, forcing down the irritation inside me. Speak. Master Adrian, I know I was wrong. The worst thing I ever did in my life was looking down on you, throwing you out of my house that day. As he speaks, he slaps himself hard across the face. I went bankrupt. My wife ran off with another man. I lost everything. This is what I deserve. I accept it. I drifted all the way here with no one to turn to, nowhere to go. More than once, I wanted to give up, but I couldn't. He lifts his head and points at the young girl a short distance away, standing under her umbrella, watching us with worry. That is my granddaughter. She's the child Mia left behind. My mind is struck like it's been hit by lightning. A child. Mia's child. When Mia found out she was pregnant, she wanted to tell you. But by then, everything between you two had already fallen apart. She was afraid you wouldn't want the child, and afraid that Victor Ashford would harm the baby. So she gave birth to her in secret, and left her with her college classmate, Lily. After Mia was gone, Lily found me and handed the child over. She said, "This child is Mia's only bloodline, and yours." The words hit me like lightning. I stand frozen in place, every drop of blood in my body running backward. My child. Mia and I have a child. Step by step, as if in a dream, I walk toward the little girl. She looks at me too. Her bright, lively eyes look exactly like Mia's. She's about 4 or 5 years old, her hair in 2 small braids, her cheeks pink and soft, like a beautiful little doll. When she sees me approaching, she gets a little scared and hides behind Gordon Morrison, peeking out with only her curious eyes, studying me quietly. Something inside my chest twists so hard it hurts to breathe. What is her name? Her name is Nia Roper. Name for the mother she'll always long for. My tears finally break free, pouring down. I slowly kneel down and reach a trembling hand toward the little girl. Nia, I am your papa. The little girl blinks her bright eyes, her face blank with confusion. She looks back at Gordon Morrison. He says a few words to her in French and points at me. The little girl hesitates for a moment, then slowly steps out from behind him. She walks up to me, reaches out her tiny hand, and gently touches my cheek. She wipes the tears from my face. The way she moves is exactly like Mia. I can't hold it in anymore. I pull her tightly into my arms. Papa. A soft, childlike voice reaches me from within my arms, in a French accent. I hold her like I'm holding the whole world. At some point, the rain over the Seine has stopped. A rainbow stretches across the sky. I look at my daughter in my arms. She looks up at me, and gives me a smile like an angel's. In this moment, I know. Wraith is dead. What lives on is Adrian. A father.